Hello there, thanks for joining me once again. In today's tutorial I'm going to tie you up a soft tackle pattern. It's simply called the silver and blue soft tackle. Very simple fly to tie, not complicated at all. So I thought I'd share this one with you today. So I'll get him a device, a fresh hook in, and I'll get started here. The hook of choice is a 3906B mustad, and I'm going to tie this guy on a 12 here. So we'll get that locked down in the vise. And for thread I'm using UTC 70 in a black. So what we'll do, like always, first is start about hook eye length behind the eye here and get a thread base down going back towards the barb. Snip off the tag end. Okay, now I'll go back to just about above the barb here. Now the tail is golden pheasant tippet. And I'm just going to trim a piece off here, and the easiest way to do that is just take your scissors and just poke the point in there and take a piece off. And I'd say it's probably going to end up about 10 or 12 fibers, and just snip that off just like so. And I want those to be about the length of the hook shank. I want a little bit of that second bar to show there when I tie them in. So I'll put that on top with a pinch loop. Just like so. Then we'll wrap a few wraps there to secure that. Now next is the rib, and I'm using UTC brassy wire silver. So I'm going to tie that in on the far side here. Get a couple wraps there to secure that in. Okay, that's good right there. Okay, I want that to down on the side a little bit more. There we go. Alrighty. Now we're going to wrap all this material forward, trying to keep a smooth base as we go. Let's wrap this all down here. Just like so. Okay, stick that in the material clip. Now, for the body I'm using some flat silver tinsel, and I have some mylar gold and silver on two different colors here, and I want the tie the silver side facing down so that'll show when I wrap it, and I trim that to a little point there so it's easier to tie in. So we'll tie that guy in nice and tight. Alrighty, now we're going to wrap back and then forward once again, so we'll start wrapping back. Slightly overlapping wraps usually, just a bit, and we'll come back. Now I'm going to start wrapping forward once again, same deal, just like so. And I'm just going to check the other side there to make sure it's going smoothly. Looks pretty good there. And make one more wrap around, then I'm going to tie that off underneath. Come out with a couple wraps. Then I'm going to wrap that tinsel forward. And come in nice and close and snip that off. Okay. And make a few more wraps back. Okay, there's the body. Now we'll take our wire we had tied in. And I'm going to reverse wrap that, counter wrap, so I'm going to come up, just make some evenly spaced wraps. It doesn't really matter how many. Just wrap that up, it just helps secure that tinsel nice and tight. We'll come in and tie that off. Couple nice snug wraps there. And we'll wrap forward onto that, then back once again. Okay. And I'm just going to helicopter that off, just like so. Okay, our next step is to wrap in our hackle, and I have some nice blue hen soft hackle here, and I got one ready. The fiber stroke back, and I'm going to tie that guy in by the tip. So just wet the tip there a little bit, and we'll tie him in. Just like so. Then I'm going to fold it back and wrap back on it. Then I'm going to reach in here and snip that tip off nice and close. Just grab a hold of him there and snip him out. Okay, there we go. Wrap back a couple wraps, and then I'm going to take one wrap behind that hackle just to prop it up a little bit. Makes it a little easier to wrap, I find. Then we'll move our thread to right behind the eye. Next, I'll grab my plunger style hackle pliers here, and we'll grab the hackle stem. Stroke them fibers back a little, and we'll begin to wrap this guy forward. And we'll just keep wrapping till we run out of hackle here. Just like so. Come down around. I'm going to tie that stem off underneath. Couple wraps. Release the pliers. And I'm just going to check and make sure it's spread out even around the fly. Looks pretty good there. So then I'm going to just take my 2 fingers here and just stroke everything back. Stemming, a little stem there too, and just make a few securing wraps, and we're going to wrap rearward. Nice snug wraps. Then just come in and find that hackle stem here, and just we're going to snip him out of there. If it was longer, you could just grab it and pull it out. But we'll snip this guy out just like so. Alrighty. Now all it's left to do is just hold them back, and we're going to form a nice neat little head here on this guy. Alrighty. That looks fine. All we got left to do is whip finish, and he's a done deal. Very simple to tie, but it catches fish. It's a good attractor wet fly pattern. There's something about that blue and silver they seem to like. Okay, we'll come in with our whip finisher here and whip finish this guy up. Alrighty. And I'll just snug that down nice and tight. And I'll come in and snip that off here. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. Now we're just gonna put some resin on the head and cure it, and this guy's done. So I got my bone dry here, and I'll put a coat on those stud wraps. Alrighty. Yeah, we'll just work that all the way around. Just don't want to try not to get down your hackles. Just like so. There we go. Alrighty. Now, if you get a little excess in the, sometimes some of it runs in the eye of the hook, just take a needle and get that excess glue out of there. It's no big deal. We just want the eye nice and free of resin before I cure it up. That's all. Alrighty. That should be fine. Now, give this guy a cure here. It takes a few seconds. There we go. Sorry about that camera shaking around there, folks. But so anyway, a real simple tie and a fish catcher, so I thought you might like to see that one tied. And if you'd like to subscribe, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate that a great deal, and hit that little bell so you can be informed when I put up a new video. And also throw in a like too if you wish. And until next time, happy tying out there. Stay safe. I'll see you all again soon. And so long for now, folks.